Hey, South Campus students. Good to see you on this Friday. I'm sitting on my back porch, just hanging out, relaxing, having a little quiet time, digging into the Word, and reflecting on our Ephesians series that we kicked off this last Sunday. Hopefully you're camping out in our Ephesians daily devotion series, our 25 days, unpacking the Word and keeping focused on the book of Ephesians. I was reflecting a lot and still just kind of processing all of what's going on with the virus going around. And even this last week, I've noticed a lot of my friends are posting things about losing jobs. I'm in my 30s, so we 30-year-olds all have jobs and families that we're starting to take care of. And my friends are losing their jobs, and they're worried, they're nervous, they're fearful about the future. And even just reflecting back on Ephesians chapter 1 and where our eternal security is in heaven with Christ right now brings me so much joy and reminds me of a lot of truths. But today I caught myself jumping back to the book of Psalms and camping out there and being encouraged by some of the Psalms there. I've heard Cody mention Psalm 121 over the last couple weeks, and so I haven't gotten to unpack that passage. So that's what I wanted to unpack with you guys today. So if you have a Bible, turn to Psalm 121. And that's what we're going to read this morning. And hopefully just some of the things that stuck out to me and encouraged me, hopefully they encourage you today. Thinking about your families and where you're at today, the things you're worried about, the school year. Are you going to have to make up the school year? Are you going to have to make up a bunch of schoolwork? What about your parents? What about the jobs they have? Are their jobs secure? Are they going to still have their job a couple weeks from now, a month from now? I know your family's going through lots right now, and so let's dig into Psalm 121 and just reflect for a second. Psalm 121 says, I lift up my eyes to the hill. From where does my help come? My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. He will not let your foot be moved. He who keeps you will not slumber. Behold, he who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade on your right hand. The sun shall not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your life. He will keep your going out and your coming in from this time forth and forevermore. I lift up my eyes to the hill. Where does my help come? The psalmist is reminding us that our help comes from the Lord, that He is a constant and present help to us 24/7 at all times, forevermore is how that passage wraps up. This is a psalm of ascent, which simply means that the Jews would sing this psalm and tell themselves this psalm as they approach the city of Jerusalem to worship God, to remind themselves of how present and constant the Lord's care is for them. And it's such an encouraging passage because it's reminding us in verse 2 that our help comes from the Lord who made the heaven and the earth. Our help is not just a handout. Our help isn't just hopefully a paycheck or a check from the government coming to help alleviate some of the troubles and problems that we have. No, our very present help and care comes from the one who created the heavens and the earth, the one who has all power, the one who has all control, all dominion. He is our constant present help. He's the one taking care of us during these tough times and at all times, realistically. He will never let our foot be moved. He who keeps you will not slumber. The next thing I want to encourage you with is the phrase that the psalmist uses here. He says the word keep 6 times in only 8 verses. Keep, this very small 4-letter word in the English language, has a much bigger, deeper meaning in the Hebrew language. And the way it's described to be used and defined in this context is to guard, to keep guarded, to watch over, and more specifically to attend to carefully. That's a lot of meaning wrapped up in that word keep there. To attend to carefully. The Lord, our God, is taking care of you and keeping guard of you and taking good, gentle care of you during this season. He's with you every step of the way. He won't let your foot stumble. He won't ever be far removed from you. He's constant and present with you right now. So my question for you today, as you reflect on what's going on in this tumultuous time, this time that seems uneasy, uncertain, Definitely is for me and my family as well. We're nervous. We have elements of fear in our lives, but it's good to remind ourselves of what Ephesians has been reminding us all week long. Our present hope is not here in this world, but it's eternal in Christ, in heaven with Him right now. But that even in that future present reality, we have a present reality here and now, that the Lord is with us. He's taking care of us. So my question for you is what's keeping you right now? What are you finding your hope and joy and satisfaction in? What is your mind resting peacefully on? I know things of this world are not restful and peaceful right now. So my question for you is that, who keeps you today? Who keeps you? The psalmist here is reminding us that the Lord is the one who keeps us and takes care of us and is a constant present caretaker of our souls and our lives right now. He doesn't slumber. He doesn't sleep. He's constant, careful, and loving and guarding you right now. That's my encouragement to you. I hope that encourages you. It encourages me today as I find truth in His Word. Another thing that I wanted to point out to you this next week as we prepare for Easter next Sunday, there's an app you can download. That's a phenomenal app called Easter Now. If you pull up your app store on your iPhone or Android or whatever, you can download this app. It's called Easter Now, like I said, and you can turn it on, download it, and turn on notifications to update you this week. Basically, what will happen is you will get a play-by-play of the Passion Week leading up to Easter. I do it every year. It's phenomenal. It's great. It helps me think about what was going on this time when Jesus was going through kind of the most challenging week of His life for us and for our sake. I encourage you to jump on with us this next week as we camp out in preparation for Easter. All right, guys. Well, we love you. Take care. Hope you have a blessed day. See you later.